Jesseline, and this video is over how to find the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane using Pythagorean Theorem. So if you don't know what the Pythagorean Theorem is, you need to make sure and watch that video first, because that is some previous knowledge that you need to have. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I always stress how much you need to make sure you retain the information you are learning, because you will use it in math going forward. Just like this one, we're going to be using Pythagorean Theorem. We're also going to be using our knowledge on how to graph coordinate points. You have to remember that. So it wants to know the distance between -5, 3 and 7, -7, -1. So the first thing we're going to do is graph those points. So -5, 3. We start with the origin, go over -5, up 3, because it's the x-coordinate first and the y-coordinate, short review. And then -7, -1. So -7, -1. And so if you notice these points on a triangle, we can make a right triangle. We want to make a right triangle where we know the distances here. So I know the distance here is 2, right? Because 1, 2. And then I know the distance here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And now we want to know the distance between these points. We don't know that. But we have a right triangle, and we can use Pythagorean Theorem. We know Pythagorean Theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Again, watch this video if you don't know what this is. A and B are our legs. So I'm going to say 4 is A. So I'm going to substitute it in here. 4 squared plus, I'm going to say B is 2. It doesn't matter which ones you make A or B, but we do know A and B are the legs, which make up the right angle. And so now we're going to solve this for our missing side, C, there. And we're going to solve. So 4 squared is 16. Plus 2 squared is 4 equals c squared. 16 plus 4 is 20. And so 16 plus 4 is 20 equals c squared. We want just c, so again, watching the Pythagorean Theorem video, we know that we need to take the square root of both sides. So c. Now, some of your teachers might want you to leave it in square root. Some of your teachers might want you to put it in decimal form and round it. So the square root of 20 is 4.47. Let me make these squiggly lines. The squiggly lines are saying we're rounding, and it doesn't exactly equal that. So we know the distance between these 2 points is equal to 4.47, or almost equal to 4.7. 4.47, we rounded. But that's how you solve using Pythagorean Theorem with the distance.